Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is RJ and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do something vital to running 1.16.5 and older Minecraft servers after installing Java 16 for Minecraft 1.17 and newer. I'm going to show you how to fix this so that Minecraft 1.16.5 and older servers run on Java 8 while 1.17 and newer still runs on Java 16. So let's get into it. So here I have two folders. One is 1.16.5 vanilla and one is 1.16.5 modded. And I decided to throw in a modded version and to show you guys how to set up a modded version because it is slightly different than whenever setting up just a vanilla server. So what are you going to need to do first? Well, first you're going to need to head down into the description and check out the two links I have down there. So those two links are going to take you to a couple different web pages. One of them is the official Minecraft.net for release 1.16.5. Well, why are we here? We're after this right here, Minecraft server.jar. So this is how you're going to run a vanilla server. If you're wanting to just hop on with your friends and play in 1.16.5 with no mods, this is where you're going to want to go. If you want to run with mods, you can check out the second link in the description, and that's going to take you to Forge. Forge is my mod API of choice, but if you're running Fabric or something else like that, I'm not 100% sure that this will pertain to you, but it might be a good starting point for figuring out your issue. So what I recommend is if you're wanting to run a vanilla server, you're going to want to head here and just go ahead and click Minecraft server.jar. You're probably already noticing, wait a minute, this type of file can harm your computer. This is Google Chrome. You're going to get this error down here. If you're running another internet browser, you're probably going to get another error. All you want to do is select keep or save or download anyway, something of that sort. Now you are going to notice it has a little 1 because I've already downloaded this once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to click and drag it straight out onto my desktop. So you want to run a modded server? No problem. Head over to that second link. And I recommend downloading the recommended. As you can see, it's 0.4 updates behind, which is not huge. But this one was just released 17 days ago, so there's a good chance that this one is going to have a lot more bugs than the recommended version that was released 2 months ago. So we're going to go ahead and click the installer. But wait, it's going to open up an ad focus page. And this page can be dangerous, okay? You do not want to click on anything. I do have browser extensions installed to help block ads and malware, but if you do not have one of these, then follow this very, very carefully. So you want to press installer. Now hide your mouse up here somewhere so you do not click on anything, because chances are if you do not have a ad blocking service, you're going to have some big old ad right here in the center, and it's probably going to be some weird ad that you've never even seen before. No worries. What you're looking for is in the top right, you're looking for this red skip button. Simply select that button and you are going to see, once again, this file type can harm your computer. It's not going to harm your computer. It's just because this is a code type file. So just simply select keep. From there, we're going to drag this once it fully installs. There, we're going to install it onto our desktop or drag it onto our desktop, not really install it. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this ad focus page and minimize this. So we have our vanilla server and we have our modded client. So what do we need to do? Well, first we need to right click this. I'm going to select rename and I'm going to get rid of this 1 because that's kind of vital. We don't want that in there. So I'm going to select that into our vanilla server, our 1.16.5 vanilla server folder, and I'm going to move the other one into the Forge modded folder. So let's start with vanilla and go through that first. The modded version is going to be very, very similar with a very slight change. So we're going to go ahead and open up our vanilla file. So once you place your server file into your vanilla folder, you're probably going to want to run it right away. But wait, we need to set this up to accept Java version 8. This is very simple to do. So what you want to do is you want to navigate down to your search bar. So what you're going to want to type in is Java, J-A-V-A, and you should see a configure Java app. Simply open this app and you're going to be presented with the Java control panel. Now, if yours doesn't look 100% like this, chances are you're running a different version of Java and you might just need to toy around with it to see if you can find what we're looking for. But if yours looks like this, you're good to go. So let's go ahead and hop up to Java, and you're going to see pretty much a blank page. But there's going to be this view button. This is important. Go ahead and press this view button, and you're going to be presented with this Java Runtime Environment Settings. Make sure you're underneath the User tab, and you're going to find this right here, the path. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to double click inside of here so that it looks like you're going to type something, but don't. Please don't delete anything or type anything, or you could cause some damage here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control A to grab all of it and Control C to copy it. So what you're going to want to do from there is just go ahead and click cancel and minimize this out. What you want to do from there is you want to open up a new file explorer, and up at the top, click so that you can type. Now you're going to hit Control V, and it's going to paste this right here. This is where your Java is installed. Delete everything up to Java. Once you're there, go ahead and click Enter. What it's going to do is it's going to take you to where your Java installations are stored in your local disk program files and Java. You can navigate here this manually, but it is a little bit easier just in case it's stored somewhere else on your computer. So as you can see here, there's 3 different versions of Java installed on my computer. Java 1.8 or just Java 8, Java 16, and then another Java 8. As you can see, this is version 2.01, and then this is version 3.01, and you can see the dates that they were installed. So we know that this version is a newer version of Java 8, which is probably what we want our server to be running on. So what we're going to do is we're going to simply click this, we're going to right click it and hit copy. From there you can minimize this. In our 1.16.5 vanilla folder for our server, we're going to go ahead and paste that JRE 1.8.0_301. Now, if yours does not match this exact, that's okay. That's not a huge deal. Chances are it'll be the same as far as 1.8.0, and then it'll just have a different version. No worries at all. That is perfectly fine, perfectly normal. So what we're going to do from there is we're going to need to make a new text document. What we're going to do is right click and select New and then Text Document. From there, double click it to open it up, and this is where things get important. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in what you're going to need, the little bit of code that you're going to need to be able to run this on Java version 8. So as you can see here, I have 4 different options, 2 vanilla and 2 modded. It doesn't make a huge difference. The difference, if you can tell at all, is this right here. This one's called forgeserver.jar, and the vanilla is just server.jar. So what you want to do is you want to come in here to the vanilla. Now, I've also set it up here where you can add RAM to the server. So by default, the server will run on 1 GB of RAM, which is probably fine for you and a couple friends in vanilla. But if you're wanting to really make your experience better, I recommend dedicating some RAM. This right here is 4 GB. It is typed in megabytes. So, if you want to dedicate 8, 16, you got some crazy rig and you want to dedicate 32 gigabytes out of your 64 to Minecraft to your server, you can. You just need to convert it to megabytes. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to use the vanilla version instead of the 4 gigabytes. So we're just going to go ahead and copy this. And all these will be down in the description below that you guys can grab and copy straight into your files without having to worry about typing it word for word. So I'm going to hit and Control C, minimize this, come in here and Control V. So I've pasted in here. Here's a couple things to look for that you are going to need. This at the front, this JRE 1.8.0_301, if you notice, that is the file name for this version right here. If you have a different version number than 301, you need to change this to whatever yours is. This name right here should match the version of Java that you have copied and pasted inside of your server folder. From there, make sure that server is this right here. So server.jar, if you look, this is an executable jar file, which means if it showed the .exe and everything, it would actually say server.jar, just like this. By having this in here, what this is it's telling your computer whenever you start up this server that you want to use Java version 8, version 301, and you can find that in the bin. So if we open this up, you can see bin. Open it up again, and somewhere hidden in here, there's a lot of stuff in this folder, but in there is a java.exe, and what it's telling your computer is run this one to run the server. That's all this little line of code is doing, so that's what we want to do so that we can run Java 8 on this server. Now, if you guys have 10 different servers, you will want to add this to all of them, this little file, and then you'll want to add this piece of code so that whenever you load them up, it automatically uses Java version 8, because once you install Java version 16, it will automatically set it as your default version, and you'll probably get a whole bunch of errors whenever you try to start a server. So once we have this in here and it's all set up and everything looks good, we're going to hit File, Save As. Don't just hit Save, hit Save As. From there, make sure you're still in your 1.16.5 vanilla server folder, and you're going to want to name this run.bat. Run.bat. And you want to change Save Type As to All Files. Hit Save, and you're going to notice a new little icon pops up here. It's going to say run. It's going to say Windows batch file. This is what you want. You can still always edit this by right-clicking and selecting edit, and it's going to continue to open it up in Notepad. But what you want to do now is now you have everything needed to run this server using this version. However, it's not as simple as double-clicking this server and it automatically running. What you're going to want to do is simply double-click the run. Once you double-click run, I'm going to drag it over here to the screen. You're going to see that it's going to start to load up Minecraft in version 8 of Java. However, we need to sign the EULA, so no worries. So we're going to press any key to continue. We're going to go into the EULA, change false to true. File, save. Don't hit save as, just hit save. Close that out. Run it again. Pull it back over here. And you can see it is going to start loading up our world. Bam, once you do that, you should be good and your world should be loaded and running. I'm not going to do an in-depth tutorial about how to do port forwarding or anything like that. This is simply how to set it up so that you can continue to use your Minecraft servers from 1.16.5 and older after installing 1.17 and Java 16. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the server, and you're pretty much it. So now you're good to go for your 1.16.5 vanilla server. And again, you can always right-click this and hit edit, and if you guys want, you can go back to the video description and copy in the line of text. Let me pull it back up. Nope. There it is. You can always pull it back up and select which one you want. Maybe say you have, for example, I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I normally dedicate between 4 and 8 gigabytes of RAM to any server that I'm hosting, whether it's modded or not, just to ensure the most smooth and playable experience for not only me, but anybody else who might be on the server with me. So if you're looking for an in-depth review on how to do the port forwarding and how to find your IP address and how for your friends to join, you're probably going to want to find a video from The Breakdown, which I'll have linked down below. He covers a lot of information very quickly, but he does a good job of showing you everything you need to do to get your server up and running and to get your friends online. So with that said, let's move on to the modded version. The modded version is very similar. We're going to open it up. So as you can see here, we opened up the Forge. Actually, I'm going to drag this back out because this is the Forge installer. This is not just the Forge server, but the full client. So of course, you want to make sure you have Minecraft 1.16.5 installed previously, which if you're running a server on 1.16.5, chances are you've been playing on 1.16.5 before, but if not, go over to the Minecraft launcher and make sure that you launch 1.16.5 vanilla, the regular old release of 1.16.5. This will install needed files that Forge will need in order to utilize whenever you install Forge. From there, just simply double click the Forge installer and you're going to be prompted with this little logo. Again, if you guys are having problems or you're not getting these little logos, all you have to do is go over and check out the Breakdown channel, and he has a ton of videos talking about how you guys can fix your Java and how you guys can get all of this stuff to up and running flawlessly. So from here, you see several things. You can see install client, install server, and extract. Well, what we want to do is we want to install client first. I'm not going to press OK because I've already had this installed and I don't want to make a duplicate copy over top of it. But what the client is the version of Minecraft. Whenever you open up the launcher, it's going to choose right here. It's going to say Forge. It's going to say 1.16.5 Forge, and then whatever version you chose to download, it's going to have that right there. So first you want to install the client. Once it installs all the way, you'll get a little box that says, hey, it's installed all the way, and you're going to press OK, and it's going to go away. And you're going to go, where to go? Well, it just closed. So you're going to want to reopen this again. Now, here comes a big difference. You want to select install server. Now, whenever you do this, you're going to get a little red box that says you can't install this here. No worries. Press on the three little dots, and you are now within your files. We're going to go to desktop, and we're going to go to 1.16.5 modded server. Let me make sure. Nope, hold on, that was the wrong one. 1.16.5 modded. There we go. Blank slate. I do have some other files where I tested this to make sure it worked before. So you're going to want to find 1.16.5 modded or whatever folder you created to have your 1.16.5 modded server in. Once you're there, simply select open. Now you're going to see your path has changed. I am going to block out my name because it is my full name. You're probably going to see that blocked out numerous times just because this is not a dedicated computer for my YouTube channel. It is my personal computer. So you're going to see your file path here, and from there all you have to do is press OK. Now you should get a little box that looks like this, and you can start to see some of the things popping up in here, and it's going to start downloading libraries, and it's going to have all kinds of text in here. All you have to do is just let it sit there and go. Let it sit there and record, and eventually, after it installs all of the needed information, which looks like a lot, but it's really not that big. The files are pretty small. So once you get a screen that looks like this, this popped up on my other monitor, but once you get a screen that looks like this, it says finished, it says successfully downloaded Minecraft server and installed 1.16.5 Forge, and it has the version number. You'd simply press OK, and it'll go away just like as before. You can go ahead and delete this if you want, or you can leave it on here to send to your friends whenever you go to host your server, because if you have client-side mods, you are going to need them to install Forge as well as those mod files. So once we do that, you're going to be greeted with this. So this looks a little bit different. There is Minecraft Server 1.16.5, which is essentially what we went and downloaded from the official Minecraft website. It's just a copy that Forge downloads for you. And then you're going to have this libraries. So what you need to do is very similar to the vanilla server in that you right click, choose new, and choose text document. From there, just simply double click it so you can open up the text document. Let me go find there it is. So again, we're going to need this little bit of code. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, we have to install Java 8. So what you want to do is you want to go back to wherever you found Java 8 before. I'm just going to copy it from here again and not walk through the whole process, but you're going to want to do that same process and paste it into here. So once it's pasted, you have a fresh copy of Java 8, in my case version 3.0.1, installed into this folder as well. So you're going to want to come back here and new text document. So now you're going to want to grab the modded file or the modded bit of Java code that is down in the description below for you guys. So again, I'm just going to run the generic RAM, which is, or the vanilla RAM, which is 1 GB. If you guys are going to be running mods, you guys are going to need to dedicate RAM to your server. No matter how light the mod seems, mods eat up RAM. Forge eats up RAM, it eats up processing power. None of this is going to be light on your computer. If you are running a 2002 Windows XP laptop, I do not recommend hosting a modded server. Chances are it's not going to go well for you or the computer. However, you have a decent gaming rig, so let's go ahead and install a modded server, see what we can do, see if we can't catch anything on fire. So we're going to go ahead and choose the first one. I'm going to go ahead and copy. Go into new text document. Whoops. New text document. And I'm going to paste. Now, a couple things here. You're probably thinking, well, this says forgeserver.jar. I don't see that in here. Well, no worries. All I did was I simply selected this and told it to rename and got rid of everything except Forge and put in server. You can, however, if you would like, copy the full name of the Forge file and paste it in here before the .jar. However, I think it's easier just to leave it as Forge server. Now, one thing I didn't mention before with the vanilla version is this -nogui. If you want the original Minecraft API window to pop up so that you have that white box that has a little graph on it and kind of has the command prompt side to it, just simply remove this out of this code. Just backspace it out and it'll launch both the command prompt, so the black window, as well as the Minecraft API as well. So once we do that, again, we're going to go File, Save As. We're going to do it just the same, run.bat, and choose All Files, and save. And again, you're going to have a new little file pop up here, and it's named Run. Again, you can always change it by right-clicking and selecting Edit. You can always go in and paste these versions that have the RAM, the added RAM, and you can choose your RAM amount. Make sure you convert it to megabytes from gigabytes. And that's pretty much it for this. So now, whenever we double-click this run, what it's going to do is it's going to say, all right, I want to run this executable jar file using this version of Java. That's essentially what we are telling your computer you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to double-click it. Whoops, I double-clicked the wrong one. I'm going to double-click Run. It's going to open up the command prompt window. And again, it's going to give a whole bunch of failed EULA. You're going to see a whole bunch more stuff pop up, and it's going to say we failed the EULA. So press any key to continue. Go to the EULA, change false to true. File save, and run it again. As you can see, it is now going through the process of launching the modded server through the Forge server add-on. You're going to see the world pop up, and it's now generating incorrect server key. Okay, this is a new error. But it's going to continue to go. Okay, so not sure what that incorrect server key is there. But it is preparing the spawn area, so it does look like it's working correctly. Not really sure what that incorrect key server is. I haven't seen that before. That's new for me. But anyway, it says done, and it says preparing spawn area. It says it's up and running. So I'm going to go ahead and type in stop and just end the server real quick. So that is pretty much it on how to set it up so that you can run versions of Minecraft servers that are 1.16.5 or older on Java 8 while remaining on Java 16 for your 1.17 and future updates servers. I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below and tell me what you guys would like to see next. Tell me if you guys are struggling with anything. If you guys want me to see, or if you guys want me to make a full video on how to set up a server from scratch, get everything going, add mods to a server, add mods to a client. If you want to see how to port forward, let me know everything you guys want to see down below, and I will try to make it happen. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all later.